Imagine the sound of a roaring engine. Not a quiet machine, but a heartbeat, a sound that fills the air and shakes the ground. This is the story of a man who turned that sound into a legend. This is the story of Enzo Ferrari. Long before the bright red cars and the worldwide fame, there was only a dream in the small streets of Italy. Enzo was a young boy with big eyes and a bigger imagination. He lived in Modena, a place where life was simple, but his mind was on the horizon. He watched the early cars go by. He felt the speed, he heard the power. In that moment, he decided his future was on the open road. Hello, my friend. Welcome to our story today. I love to ask, where are you listening from right now? What time is it there? If you enjoy learning English through stories like this, please subscribe. It helps us grow and keep telling these tales for you every week. Now, let us go back. Italy, after the First World War. It was a difficult time. Many people had nothing, but they had their dreams. Enzo started as a race car driver. He was fast, he was brave, but he was not always happy behind the wheel. Something was missing. He realized that driving was not his true path. His talent was not just in racing, but in building. He wanted to create the machine itself. He had to learn the parts. A car is made of many pieces, like a chassis and an engine. He studied them all, slowly, piece by piece. He learned that engineering is not just science, it is an art. It is about making something that feels alive. But here is the truth about beginnings. They are never easy. He had very little money. He had very few friends who believed in him. He knocked on doors. He asked for help. Most people said no. They told him to be realistic, to choose a safer job. But Enzo did not listen. He knew what he wanted. He kept working in his small workshop day after day, night after night. He was building the foundation. The foundation of a dream that would one day change the world of speed forever. Sometimes the start is the hardest part. You feel alone. You feel tired, but you keep going. That is what Enzo did. He was preparing for the challenge ahead. He was getting ready for the races that would soon define his name. The dream was now real. It was time to show the world what a Ferrari could truly do on the racetrack. Welcome to Chapter 2. Here, the story gets faster. Enzo starts the Scuderia Ferrari, his own racing team. The pressure starts to rise. Winning a race is not just about the car. It is about the strategy, the team, and the will to win at any cost. But racing is dangerous. The cars were fragile. The tracks were unforgiving. Enzo faced many losses in those early years. He lost a race. He lost money. He lost good drivers. But he did not lose his focus. He learned from every mistake. Persistence is a powerful word. It means continuing even when it is hard. It means trying again when you have failed before. Enzo was a very tough man. He expected the best from his team. If a part was not perfect, it was simply not good enough. This made him difficult to work with sometimes. But it also made his cars the best in the world. High standards lead to high results. He was competing against giants. Big car companies had more money and more engineers. They wanted to crush his small team. But Enzo had a secret weapon. He had passion. His team felt it. They worked long hours, fueled by that same burning desire. He faced financial crisis after financial crisis. There were moments when the team almost closed forever. But he always found a way. He sold parts. He made deals. He sacrificed everything. He was obsessed. And in his world, obsession was the only way to succeed. He learned that every obstacle is an opportunity to improve. If a car broke, he made it stronger. If they lost, he made it faster. The road was rough, but he was building his character. He was becoming the legend that we know today. Think about your own goals. When you face an obstacle, do you stop, or do you see it as a chance to get better? Enzo Ferrari never stopped. He believed that the next race would be the one that changed everything. The stakes were high, but the passion was higher. He was ready to face the world no matter the cost. The stage was set. The cars were ready. The world was watching. The legend of the prancing horse was about to begin. Competition brings out the best in us. Enzo knew this better than anyone. He pushed his cars to the absolute limit. His life was a series of challenges. and he met every single one with a firm hand and a clear vision. He was not just building machines, he was building his legacy. And the race was only just getting started. Chapter 3. This is the moment of truth. Everything shifts. The world is changing, and so is the path of Ferrari. After the war, the world was a different place. Italy had to rebuild. Enzo saw this as his chance to redefine his brand. And this changed everything. He decided to sell his cars to the public, not just to race teams. He moved to the street. People wanted to drive a Ferrari. They wanted to feel that speed, that power, and that Italian elegance on their daily drive. This move to road cars gave him the money he needed to keep his racing team at the very top of the sport. The iconic red color. Do you know why? It was the color assigned to Italian racing cars. It became the signature of Ferrari. It is a bold color. It says speed. It says confidence. When you see that red on the road, you know exactly what it is. What is the prancing horse? It is the symbol of the company. It represents strength, spirit, and a deep, proud history. Ferrari became more than a car. It became a dream for many. It was a symbol of status, success, and beautiful design. Building a road car is different from a race car. It must be beautiful, comfortable, but still fast. It must be an emotion. Enzo focused on the details. The sound of the engine had to be perfect. The lines of the car had to be art. He was a master of his craft. He turned engineers into artists. He turned metal into dreams that people could finally own. Every car that left the factory was a piece of his heart. That is why people connect so deeply with the brand. Deeper insight. We do not buy things because of what they do. We buy them because of how they make us feel. Enzo understood this. He didn't sell cars. He sold the feeling of freedom, the feeling of victory, and the feeling of speed. This was the peak. Ferrari was now a global name. Everyone knew the prancing horse. Everyone wanted a part of it. Success is a great teacher. But it also requires staying true to your roots. Enzo never forgot where he started. He remained in his factory, always working, always checking the details. He stayed the same man who loved speed. The cars became faster, better, and more beautiful. The legacy was becoming stronger every single year that passed. Imagine the pride of seeing your creation on the streets of the world. That was Enzo's final reality. He had turned a small dream into an empire, and he had done it all by believing in his own vision. This is what happens when you follow your heart. You create something that lasts forever. That is the power of a dream. Chapter 4. The legacy remains. Enzo Ferrari is gone, but the sound of his engines still echoes on every major racetrack. What can we learn from his life? We learn that passion is the engine that drives us to reach our goals. We learn that failure is not the end. It is just a part of the journey. We use it to learn, to change, and to grow. Enzo's story is about human persistence. It is about having a vision and working every day to make that vision a reality. Think about your own English journey. It can be hard. You make mistakes. Sometimes you feel like you aren't improving fast enough. But just like a race car, your learning process takes time. You need to practice. You need to listen. You need to be patient. You are building your skills step by step. Every story you listen to helps you. Every sentence you understand is a victory. Enzo Ferrari started with a boy and a car. You are starting with your own goals and your own language skills. Keep that passion alive. Keep listening to these stories. Your English will get stronger, just like the Ferrari legend grew. Life is a race, but you are the only one who decides how fast to go. So keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. The road ahead is waiting for you. It is full of opportunities. It is yours to conquer, just like Enzo conquered his world. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this story of passion and persistence inspired you to work toward your own dreams. You are doing a great job with your English. Keep practicing every day. The results will come, and it will be worth it. Remember to subscribe for our next journey. I look forward to seeing you there. Keep learning and keep your engine running. This is the end of our story for today. But for you, The story of your own success is just getting started. Goodbye.